City Skylines dropped their penultimate update today. They released 3 new content creator packs: Shopping Malls by King Leno, Sports Venues by Bad Peanut, and Africa in Miniature by Satanji Princess Hotanu. Be sure to drop by my live streams here on YouTube if you want to see those incorporated into our 100% vanilla city, but today I want to share what Colossal Order is giving us for free. That's right, the Hubs and Transport update is completely free of charge, and there's a lot to cover, so let's get to it. Included now in the base game will be this birthday plaza, parking, that's right, a small decorative parking lot, large decorative parking lot, and a multi-story decorative parking lot. Even though they have decorative in the title, your citizens will use these and they don't even have the floating car problem. If you want to encourage your Sims to park in these lots rather than on the road, use roads nearby that don't allow parking, like the ones with grass or trees on the side. And hey, consider subscribing for more quick and nifty tips like that. Speaking of roads, we get 4 new ones: a 3-lane one-way road with bus lane, and these 3 wide sidewalk 4-lane options, standard, with grass, and with trees. New transit options include 6 new metro options, capacities of 120, 240, 250, 360, 450, and 500, as well as a new train option with a capacity of 240. With those come 2 new transit hubs, the Harbor Bus Hub and the multi-level Metro Hub. We also get this classic suburban fence, a beautiful city key, and 5 new trees from Mr. Mason. We are truly spoiled here. These are stunning. We have the Lala Palm, Umbrella Thorn Tree, Flame Tree because it's lit, Baobab Tree, and California Young Palm. But gang, it's not just stuff we get in this free update. New filters have been added in these menus. We can sort roads by one-way versus two-way, if they're decorated, which includes both grass and trees, and if they have public transport lanes. This next one is a real treat. We can sort public transport hubs by the transport type they use. You can choose more than one at a time to see the combos, like these 2 that have both tram and metro. And on this last page of the unique buildings, we can sort by content creator pack so that we don't overwork our mouse wheels scrolling through them. Colossal Order, my wrists thank you. We have also been given this search function in the menus. It's specific to the menu you have open, so if you start typing elementary in the education menu, you get results. Move to the emergency services menu and type in the same, and you of course don't get the schools populating. The default key binding to search here is Shift F, and it only works when a menu is open. Personally, I don't think I'll find this the most useful, as I'm used to either scrolling within these menus or having a full search capacity from Find It, but it's a step in the right direction. There are also some fantastic bug fixes to cover, but first, let's look at the main update features that affect previous paid DLCs. If you already own these DLCs, you will receive these next features without further charge. A new black taxi cab has been added to After Dark, this new Metro Tram Hub with Road, and this Bus Train Tram Hub have been added to Snowfall. Natural Disasters received a new articulated evacuation bus. It also received this new disaster response air base that has 10 helicopters available with standard funding, where the original building offers 3 helicopters and 10 vehicles, as well as these 3 higher capacity police, medical, and fire helicopter depots. They each have 10 helicopters available with a standard 100% funding, whereas the regular depots have 3. There are plenty of additions to mass transit. We have 2 new monorail vehicles with 120 and 240 capacities, 4 new ferries with 10, 20, 30, and 40 capacities, and no less than 9 new roads: the asymmetrical 5-lane road, asymmetrical 7-lane road, monorail tracks on 4-lane road with trees, monorail tracks on 6-lane road, monorail tracks on 6-lane road with trees, asymmetrical 3-lane highway, asymmetrical 3-lane highway with barriers, 4-lane 2-way highway, and 4-lane 2-way highway with barriers. We also have this new Harbor Bus Monorail Hub and Harbor Ferry Hub. And if you own both mass transit and Snowfall, you will gain access to these monorail tracks on 2-lane road with tram tracks and monorail tracks on 6-lane road with tram tracks. as well as the monorail tram hub with road, metro train monorail tram hub with road, and ferry tram hub. Now, these next items are listed as improvements to the main game rather than formal additions, but I absolutely think they're worth looking at. You can now start a new game directly from the pause menu. No more quitting to main menu when you mess up in the first 10 minutes of a speedrun. Imports and exports have been added to this city statistics screen. This capacity information has been added to all public transport vehicles. Until now, it only showed for the more recently added options. You can now search your saves in the load menu. If I type vanilla, I can find all the stages of a city we've worked on in live streams on this channel. When you're plotting out a bus route, roads with bus lanes will have this blue tint to them for easier planning. Trees on quays that are placed at the water will no longer have shoreline effects, meaning they won't look deteriorated. Vehicle upkeep has been rebalanced to factor in both the base cost and a multiplier for passenger capacity. This simple bus line using buses with a capacity of 20 costs this lesser amount a week. And if we change it to the super bendy bus with a capacity of 100, it costs this larger amount a week. The frame rate has apparently been improved in both the economy panel and in the main menu. Forest fire spreading has been rebalanced, spreading with less probability and burns with slightly less intensity. Fire helicopters can carry twice as much water and have a larger firefighting rate. And these following bug fixes also stood out to me as good to know. Building fires are fixed and will now happen without the Natural Disasters DLC. Traffic routes for pedestrians and cyclists were invisible in this menu. Now we can see them. The creator achievement wouldn't pop. This has been fixed. Similarly, the We Have a Winner and the Underdog achievements apparently were giving people problems, and this has been fixed. Elevation steps were missing when building paths. Now they are not. Emergency services would not use bus-only lanes on highways, and now they will. The service vehicle selector wasn't available for some buildings, and this has been fixed. Did you know you can click these headlines up here to sort your transport lines? They fixed it now so that if you have names combining letters and numbers, it will sort correctly. This Lines Overview button on the Intercity bus station used to open the Sightseeing Tours tab. Now it correctly opens the Bus tab. Chirpers Balloon Tours upkeep costs will now correctly be reflected in the budget panel. Taxis used to never finish their shift and head to a taxi stand. Now they will. Placing a helicopter stop at the Metropolitan Airport is no longer a total pain. This next one was shown at the climax of yesterday's video. Be sure to watch it if you haven't already and leave a comment if you have, letting me know. Loading a save with a park area will no longer update the visitor count of that park area to a different, and in my case, lower value. These tree plantations will now only give you the conifer option if the biome of the map you're playing on has conifers available. Previously, it was available to select, but it wouldn't show the conifer tree. Now, on tropical maps, for example, you are given the palm option instead. Airport terminals will now get visited by needed service vehicles. Until now, they often had constant problem bubbles and the services just never came by. The airport cargo train station will now receive outside trains to both tracks. The airline headquarters building was apparently broken and would not get any visitors. This has been fixed. Elevation steps were sometimes missing from pedestrian streets, but now they are not. Garbage buildings will now send vehicles to pedestrian areas more consistently. The plazas and pomegranates props have been reordered in this menu. The 4-lane road with bus lanes no longer allows bus stops to be placed at tunnel entrances and exits. Metro tracks were obnoxious to connect to underground metro stations, especially the ones from plazas and pomegranates. This has been fixed. Certain trams squashing at stops has been removed, and trams no longer ride below the speed limit on 6-lane roads. I couldn't reproduce this scam in the pre-update version, which is a darn shame, but apparently you could previously purchase investments even if you couldn't afford them, but not anymore. Healthcare and death care investments were swapped but have now been fixed. An outside train connection has been fixed on the Winding River map. Incomplete junctions have been fixed in the Bay of Rivers and River Delta maps. And finally, I didn't see this specifically listed in the patch notes, but it looks like the line tool options for all transit has moved to the front of the menu, where it used to be the last option. I've linked the full bug and improvements list in the description, but those are the ones I think will have the most effect for more casual players. If you found this video helpful, giving it a thumbs up tells me I'm doing all right with this format. I'll be streaming a 100% vanilla save with the new content creator packs and of course the free update this Friday, so be sure to be subscribed so you don't miss that. I'll put the first video in that playthrough on screen so you can catch up with that next, and thanks for watching!